Hey guys, hope you're having a great week. We're back, and this week, like we talked about, we're going to be discussing blogs. We're going to be talking about some of the great things about blogs, tips of how to use them, and so much more. So today we're going to be diving into a bit more details about the content, what is a good or bad blog, what you need to do, and really different tips and things to help you be successful with your blog. Blogs, when used correctly, can be a huge resource to your business. They allow people to really connect with you and get to know you. They help them to see the benefits of what it is you do and offer. And again, the biggest thing is it helps them feel like they have someone they can connect with, someone they can relate to, someone that they feel like they know because they've read your blog post, they've read your journey, and they feel like they've been on that with you. That's what you want to capture when you're writing a blog. You want to take someone on a journey, and you want them to be able to feel like they're there, that they know you, they understand what you're going through, and that they can relate with whatever it is that you're talking about. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these great tips, okay? So the first thing that we're going to do is, what is a good blog? So good blogs are inviting. They help people not only get to the blog, but they help them want to stay there. You want people to feel welcome. You want them to feel invited. So this is done by content. This is done by making it so it's not so hard on the eyes. How many times have you seen a website that's like super bright colors? They just don't match. They don't look well together, and they're just not easy on your eyes. This is not something that's going to be super inviting. It's not going to help people feel welcome on your blog, nor is it going to want to make them stay. This being said, it also needs to be colorful, and I don't necessarily mean actual colors, but it needs to be fun. They need to be able to see your blog and see that it's something fun and exciting, something that, again, invites them to stay on your page, okay? It also needs to be positive. Stay focused on your life. Stay focused on what's happening. Now, you can talk about hard times. You can talk about different obstacles you're facing, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's life, and it's real, and it's really helping people connect with you. And a lot of times people will appreciate that because they can connect with someone else who is struggling. But don't constantly be negative. If you are going to talk about a hard time, end it on a positive note. End it with what you've learned from the experience, what the experience is helping you to see, what opportunities have presented themselves because of this experience. So remember to end it strong. So if you're going to talk about something that's not an optimistic, super fun topic that's going on in your life, that's fine, but make sure to end it strong. End it positive and let them see how that's helping you so they can leave there feeling good. You don't want them to leave there thinking, oh my gosh, this person just complained for the last 150 words. So end it positive. So it needs to be focused on your life and your adventures. So focus on what you're doing, what your family's doing, school, work, whatever it may be. Focus on this. The other thing is, when you're talking about your blog and you're in your blog rather on about your life, if you're using your product, talk about it, but talk about it in a way of how it's helped your life, not just here's lavender oil and here's what it does. That's not the blog, right? Talk about lavender oil in your life and how you use it, and then let them see it. Show them, make a video, show them how you use that product, because that's going to make a huge, huge difference, okay? So, bad example. So, a bad blog doesn't have images. It's just a bunch of text. People go on there, they just read a bunch of stuff. It's not something that captures their attention. They lose interest and they move on. It's also negative. Bad blogs, I've read so many blogs that they just talk and they talk about politics and religion and family problems, and no one wants to be that person. There's people on my Facebook that I can think of every post that they make comes across as negative. Well, I don't really even have interest to listen to what that person has to say because I know every time I see something they do, it's negative. You don't want them to associate that with your blog. You don't want them to think, oh, I don't even want to go back there right now. I don't have the energy to deal with it because they're going to be negative. It's not going to be something that makes me feel better. You don't want that. So if you find yourself being negative, or you've been told that maybe you're a little negative at times, work on that. Focus on that positive outlook on things, because you don't want to be negative on your blog. The other thing is bashing others. I've seen this all the time. I see so many blogs that end up bashing other people. other companies, or whatever it may be. This is not the place to do that. You can give reviews, you can give critiques, you can do different things, but your job is not to bash this other company. That does not help you look good, nor does it help anything you're trying to do with your blog. So remember, the goal is to stay positive. The other thing that makes a blog not so enjoyable is not keeping messages short when they need to be short. If it's something that can be said in a paragraph, say it in a paragraph, not 20. If it's something that can be said in a few sentences, say it in a few sentences. Don't prolong something. Don't add so much fluff and wordage in there that it's not beneficial. It just gets to be annoying because people are reading and reading and they're taking their valuable time to get to a point that you're trying to say and you never get there. So keep it short. When it can be kept short, keep it short. When it's something that can be kept low key, keep it low key. If it needs to be long, then keep it long. That's fine. But don't make it long when it can be short just to have the content. Okay, so consistency. How often should you be posting? You should be posting at least once a week. If you can do a couple, 2 to 3 times a week, that's ideal. But at least be posting once a week. Keep your content current. You don't want someone to go to your website and then all of a sudden be like, oh, they haven't posted in several months. That's going to look bad. So make sure you're consistent. Even if it's a short blog of a paragraph, have something. Make sure to be consistent. That is going to help you so much. Take some time to think about what you could write about. What are you doing this summer? What activities do you have going on? What's happening in your life? And create a few posts ahead of time. And then just post them on a regular basis. That's going to make a huge difference in the success of your blog. Okay, when we're creating content for our blog, I want you to think about these questions. What do you like? So what do you like to do? What do you like, right? What products do you like? What do you like? What do you enjoy doing? So this could be hobbies, this could be your work, this could be sports, this could be being with your family. What do you enjoy doing? Who do you enjoy being around? What motivates you to succeed? So this could be a quote, this could be a video, this could be your why and your focus as to what drives you. What are you passionate about? What gets you passionate? What gets you excited? What gets you through the hard times? These are the first few things to think about when you're creating content. What is it that you like? What do you enjoy doing? Who do you enjoy being around? What motivates you to succeed? And what makes you passionate? These absolutely are what a blog's about. So think about these things when you're creating your content. And that's what you write about. That's what you talk about. That's how people get to know you, because you're writing about these things that are so important to you. So make sure to keep that in mind. Make sure that you do that and actually think about that when you're creating your content. Don't just get on your blog and randomly talk. Talk about things that matter to you. The other benefit of this is you're talking about things that matter. It's not going to be hard to create content because you will know these things. You know what you like. You know what you enjoy doing. You know who you enjoy being around. Talk about these things. If you go to the zoo, talk about the zoo. If you have a picnic, talk about the picnic. If you sit at home and have a movie night, talk about the movie night. Have fun and create content around what you do in your life. That's going to help you a ton. Okay, what do I say? This is the thing that people struggle with. So it's like, okay, well, I know I want to talk about it. So let's talk about the picnic that I went on yesterday. Well, what do I say? Well, how would you tell me about the picnic if we were talking in person? That's how it needs to be in a blog. So yesterday I'm doing well. I went on a picnic with my family. We had fun. We did this. That's what your blog needs to be. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be eloquent. It doesn't need to be fancy or professional. Keep it in a conversational type text, informal, and have fun with it. Don't overthink the ins and the outs, the do's and the don'ts of what it is. Now, don't misspell every word. Don't get sloppy, but don't stress. It doesn't have to be perfect. Be conversational and write as if you're talking. Write as if it's your journal and you're recounting an experience you had. But don't overthink it. So that also will make it easy when you're creating content, because you're writing about things that you enjoy, but you're also keeping it simple. You're writing it the same way you would explain it to anyone that would ask you, about something that you're passionate about or something that you did or something that you enjoy. Okay? Getting a following, this is something else that we've talked about that's super important. So how do you do it, right? Without a following, what's the purpose of a blog? You want to have people reading that. So have you researched other blogs? Take time to read about other blogs, learn about them, see what they're doing, see what they're writing about, see what people are interacting and commenting about. Sometimes that helps a lot because then, again, it gives you more ideas for content. So if you see that people are responding on these other blogs to travel and they love it, well, you talk about when you travel. Okay? Have you asked others to give feedback on your blog? Ask family members, ask business members, ask people that you give your blog to and just say, hey, do you mind giving me some feedback? What do you think? Get their opinion. Ask them how they feel when they enter your blog. Ask them how they feel when they see your content and your images. Get their opinion. Okay? Where do you share your blog? Are you sharing this when you post on Twitter? Are you sharing this on Facebook? Are you telling people about it when you talk to them? This is something to consider. Now, don't just randomly share it. I've seen people that will actually go into Facebook, they'll go into these big groups and they'll be like, read my blog, check this out. Don't be that person because no one's going to do that. And honestly, it's going to make people look at you like you're crazy, and so you're not going to gain a following. And then the other thing is give reviews, write about companies. So if you go into a restaurant that you love, write about that restaurant. Write about it, talk about it, give their website there. Let people know that you love it and why you love it. You're still talking about what you love and why, but you're writing about other things that people can relate with. So then someone could read it, they could try that restaurant, they come back to your blog, they start commenting, or they tell someone at the restaurant they heard about it from your blog, and then the restaurant checks it out. There's ways to do this. So write about companies, write about interactions you have. That's going to help you a ton when you're gaining a following. So take time this week to start implementing a few of these things. Think about your content, start writing some stuff. Think about how you're going to get a following and start doing a few things to do so. Remember the tips of a good and a bad blog and keep it simple. If you have any questions, please let me know. Blogging can absolutely make a huge difference in your business. And at Wildist, we have a huge opportunity to really use our blogs to our benefit. Have a great day, guys.